What's up, guys? I just canceled my cell phone, my internet, and my TV services. So guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been with my wireless service provider for many years. And sure, I've switched, back and forth over the years. We're talking about, maybe even 20, 25 years. I don't want to, age myself. Over those years, I've seen the prices steadily climb, right? So in Canada, you have three main service providers: Rogers, Bell Canada, and also TELUS. And for the most part, your prices are very similar. Some have, maybe a little bit better quality on the network, than others. So recently, I've been paying almost $400 per month. And in this economy, that is simply not affordable. So I've decided I'm going to explore my options and try to reduce my monthly cost. So first of all, I don't like switching because it's a hassle, send the equipment back, and a lot of paperwork involved. Anyway, so I spoke to my current service provider and I said, hey, I can't afford my monthly bills, right? So what can you do for me? You know what I mean? And the response was like, okay, I'll look into it. They went to their little fancy computers and then came back saying, oh, actually, you are getting the best rate. $400 is the best rate? Okay, fine. That is kind of crazy. So with that answer, I did the next best thing. I went to the other service provider, the competitor, and I said, look, I'm paying $400 a month. What can you do for me? And, after doing some digging, they said, hey, you know what? We can save you $100 per month. And I'm like, ooh, tell me more. And that's what they did. And it seemed very attractive. And I say, you know what? I am going to go ahead and try your service. So I had somebody come, install the Wi-Fi or the modem or whatever. And so far, I'm quite happy. So when I called the other service provider and I said, hey, look, I want to cancel my service. You know what I did? I was on hold for the longest time. So I know that's a strategy that they use just to kind of, make you kind of get frustrated, and then you hang up, and then they, maybe you decide to keep your service. The lady keep coming back saying, oh, I'm so sorry, we're having some technical issues. I'm like, oh, I got all day. But I did say, respectfully that, hey, look, I know the strategy, but my services got to be canceled today. Because the last thing you want, that I want to do is to have be paying for two services. The long story short, I got disconnected accidentally, and they didn't call me back. So when I called back, a very nice gentleman, he just kind of was straightforward, told me about penalties. That's the next thing too. If you cancel your service, if you're in a contract, then there's a horrendous penalty, right? And but the good thing about that, I think the CRTC which is I guess the regulators for wireless stuff. Basically, I believe in June of this year, stated that there will be no cancellation fees. Wireless service providers, they cannot levy a cancellation fees, right? So let's see how that goes. But anyways, for now, I understand I got to pay a penalty. But you know what? If I'm saving $100 per month, which is $1,200 per year, that's a good trade-off. That's what I think. So now that I canceled, the next thing that I have to do is to pack up their modem, their TV box, all of those wires, and send it back to them. And I'm going to send it by courier with all the tracking numbers, so they can't say that I didn't send it. And then I'm stuck with like a huge bill. Now I believe that the advantage that US customers have is that there's way more wireless service providers than in Canada. So, the prices are, lower or much lower than Canada. Because again, paying $400 per month, with grocery prices, super high, gas prices, horrendous, who can afford $400 per month? Put in the comments, how much are you paying for your services, your wireless services? Maybe you have internet and TV, which in Canada, usually they bundle it. Not really sure what the advantage is. Maybe they set a low pricing. But, the bottom line is, because, you guys have Verizon and, a lot of, T-Mobile and a lot of wireless service providers, they're going to be competing, fighting tooth and nail trying to lower the prices because they want to get, customers on their side. Well, guys, thank you for watching. If you think I made the right decision or not, put in the comments. Also, let me know if you think your wireless services are way too high and what you're going to be doing about it. So please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.